Greeting from MythBearCo. Please enjoy our story vodcast. In the heart of a tempestuous night, Isidora Delacroix found herself drawn inexorably to the forgotten recesses of her family's ancient estate. The wind keened like a banshee outside, urging her deeper into the labyrinthine corridors, where secrets murmured in the shadows and magic lay dormant, waiting to be awakened. As Isidora traversed the dimly illuminated passages, a mysterious compulsion led her to a door that is unnoticed before. A door suffused with an otherworldly luminescence. With trembling hands, she reached out to grasp the doorknob, feeling a tingling sensation ripple through her fingertips. Yet, as she endeavored to push the door ajar, she encountered an insurmountable barrier, a potent enchantment sealing the door shut with an imperceptible force. Undeterred, driven by an insatiable curiosity, Isidora invoked the ancient magic coursing through her veins, weaving spells of unlocking and protection until, with a surge of energy, the door swung open. Beyond the threshold lay a chamber unlike any Isidora had ever beheld. Bathed in a soft, ethereal glow, the room emanated an aura of mystique, its very air thrumming with latent power. At its heart stood a pedestal adorned with arcane artifacts, a testament to the potent energies ensconced within its walls. Among the relics, Isidora's gaze alighted upon a shimmering crystal orb, its surface swirling with hues unseen by mortal eyes. With reverence, she reached out to touch the orb, sensing its pulsating energy beneath her fingertips like a living thing. But as she surveyed the chamber further, her attention was captivated by a weathered tome nestled amidst the artifacts, a diary bound in cracked leather and filled with faded ink. With trembling hands, Isidora retrieved the diary, her pulse quickening as she discerned the significance of her discovery. Within its pages, Isidora delved into the tragic saga of Evangeline Sinclair, a formidable sorceress whose spirit had been ensnared within the confines of a desolate cabin by a curse of her own making. Long ago, in an epoch when magic flowed unfettered and the boundaries between worlds waned, Evangeline had been a custodian of ancient rites entrusted with safeguarding the delicate equilibrium between the mortal realm and the ethereal planes. However, temptation proved her downfall when she stumbled upon a forbidden ritual promising boundless power, oblivious to the cataclysm it would unleash. As the malevolent force threatened to consume her, Evangeline made a harrowing decision, opting to bind her own essence to the darkness, incarcerating it within the confines of the cabin and thwarting its malevolent designs upon the world. Despite the torment and agony she endured, Evangeline's sacrifice epitomized unparalleled valor, and altruism a testament to her fortitude, her valor, and her unwavering commitment to shielding the innocent and containing the darkness that loomed malevolently. With newfound determination, Isidora resolved to honor her progenitor's sacrifice by liberating her spirit from its perpetual purgatory. Armed with the knowledge of Evangeline's noble deed and the potent magic bestowed upon her by the enchanted artifacts, she pledged to annul the curse shackling her ancestor and restore tranquility to the realm once more. In the ensuing days, Isadora embarked on a journey to the accursed cabin, her trajectory guided by the whispers of the wind and the spectral echo of her forebear's voice. Along her odyssey, she encountered a panoply of obstacles, mundane and magical, alike each trial, testing her mettle and fortifying her resolve. As she ventured deeper into the heart of the forest, the air thrummed with an otherworldly vitality, and Isadora perceived the spectral presence of Evangeline burgeoning with every stride she took. The allure of the cabin grew more potent with each passing moment, ensnaring her within its inexorable grasp. Abruptly, a coterie of shadowy apparitions materialized from the dense undergrowth, their forms undulating and contorting with uncanny fluidity. Isadora recognized them, immediately minions of darkness intent on thwarting her quest. With a flourish of her staff, Isadora invoked the arcane might of her forebears, unleashing a torrent of magic that sent the specters recoiling. Yet they persisted, pressing forward with renewed tenacity in their endeavor to subjugate her. Undeterred, Isadora braced herself, her staff aglow with the incandescence of arcane energy, as she repelled the encroaching shadows with each incantation. She felt the raw potency of her magic coursing through her veins, amplifying her determination to vanquish the darkness that assailed her. Just as triumph seemed within her grasp, a towering apparition emerged from the shadows, a specter of pure malevolence, its eyes ablaze with baleful intent. Isadora discerned it as a formidable adversary, yet she refused to yield, her resolve unwavering as she prepared to confront the darkness head-on. With a resounding cry that reverberated through the forest, Isadora surged forward, her staff raised in defiance as she unleashed a barrage of spells upon the malevolent entity. The air crackled with energy as their magic collided, unleashing shockwaves that reverberated through the earth beneath their feet. For an eternity, Isadora and the darkness clashed amidst the swirling mists of the forest, each combatant steadfast in their resolve. But in the end, it was Isadora's indomitable spirit and the potency of her magic that carried her through, banishing the darkness to the recesses from whence it came. As the vestiges of darkness dissipated into oblivion, Isadora stood triumphant, her chest heaving with exertion, yet her spirit unbroken. With a triumphant smile, she resumed her journey to the cabin, cognizant that with each stride she drew nearer to unlocking the secrets ensconced within its forsaken precincts. Upon her arrival at the cabin, Isadora's heart quickened with anticipation, her senses attuned to the latent magic suffusing the air. The dilapidated structure loomed before her, its time-worn facade bearing witness to epochs of secrets and sorrows. Crossing the threshold, Isadora sensed an oppressive weight settle upon her, the atmosphere heavy with the weight of ages, yet she pressed onward, her determination unyielding as she ventured into the gloom-shrouded interior. Within the confines of the cabin, an eerie silence reigned, broken solely by the faint rustle of the wind through the timbers. Isidora could discern the presence of unseen spirits lurking within the shadows, their gaze fixed upon her with enigmatic scrutiny. Yet she was not alone. As she delved deeper into the recesses of the cabin, she felt the spectral presence of Evangeline stirring within her, her voice, a soft whisper echoing in Isidora's mind, a voice both familiar and reassuring. You are not alone, Isidora. Evangeline's voice resonated within her thoughts, her presence a beacon of hope amidst the encroaching darkness. Together we can overcome this malevolence. But tread cautiously, Isidora, for the darkness that lurks within these walls is potent beyond measure. It seeks to ensnare your very soul, to claim you as its own. Isidora's grip tightened upon her staff, her resolve stealing as she confronted the unseen threat. I shall not yield to fear, she declared, her voice resolute as it reverberated through the empty expanse. I am here to liberate you, Evangeline, and no darkness shall deter me from my purpose. Even as she spoke, Isidora sensed the malevolent force stirring within the depths of the cabin, its presence intensifying with each passing moment. She knew that she must proceed with caution if she were to succeed in her quest. Drawing upon her reservoir of magic, Isidora embarked upon a thorough search of the cabin, her keen eyes scanning every nook and cranny for any semblance of the ancient enchantments that ensnared Evangeline's spirit. And then, amidst the shadowed recesses of the room, she spied it, a radiant orb of light pulsating with the energies of antiquity. As she reached out to grasp the orb, a voice reverberated within her mind, a voice dripping with malice and disdain. You dare to challenge me, mortal? It hissed, its words laced with venomous intent. You are not but a pawn in my game, a mere insect to be crushed beneath my heel. And with a deafening roar, the malevolent force materialized before her, a seething mass of shadow and malevolence, its form undulating with serpentine grace. Isidora could feel its gaze boring into her, its malevolent intent palpable in the charged atmosphere. Yet she refused to be cowed. With a defiant cry, she unleashed a torrent of spells upon the entity, her magic crackling through the air like lightning. But the force was unrelenting, its tendrils lashing out with lethal precision as it sought to overwhelm her. Isidora fought with all her might, her staff ablaze with arcane energy, as she pushed back against the encroaching darkness. With each strike, she could sense the raw power of her magic surging through her veins, fortifying her resolve to vanquish the malevolent force that assailed her. But just as victory seemed within her grasp, the force unleashed a devastating blast of energy, sending Isidora reeling backwards with a cry of anguish. She staggered to the ground, her vision swimming as she struggled to regain her bearings. Yet even in her moment of vulnerability, Isidora refused to yield. With a steely determination, she forced herself to her feet, her staff raised defiantly as she prepared to face the darkness once more. Sensing the urgency of the moment, Evangeline reached out to Isidora, her spectral form suffused with the raw power of ancient magic. "Take my strength, Isidora," she whispered, her voice a soothing balm amidst the chaos. "Together we shall overcome this darkness. Allow me to share my magic with you." With a sense of reverence, Isidora accepted Evangeline's offer, allowing the essence of her ancestors' power to infuse her being like a torrential flood. In that moment, she felt a surge of energy unlike anything she had ever experienced before, a power not her own, but that of her forebear, lending her strength in her hour of need. With newfound resolve, Isidora raised her staff high, channeling the combined magic of herself and Evangeline into a brilliant onslaught. The air crackled with energy as their magic merged, forming a barrier of pure light that repelled the force's assaults with ease. But the malevolent force was not so easily subdued with a guttural roar. It surged forward once more, its dark tendrils lashing out with renewed ferocity. Isidora and Evangeline stood their ground, their magic blazing like a beacon amidst the encroaching darkness. With a flick of her wrist, Isidora unleashed a deluge of fire, the flames consuming the force's form with searing intensity. Evangeline followed suit, conjuring a tempest of ice and snow that engulfed the malevolence in a freezing cyclone. Together, they wove a tapestry of magic unlike any witnessed before, their spells intertwining and melding together in a symphony of light and color. With each incantation, they pushed back against the encroaching darkness, resolved to emerge victorious. And then, with a tremendous surge of power, Isidora and Evangeline unleashed a combined spell of unparalleled potency, engulfing the malevolent force in a blinding explosion of light. The air crackled with energy as their magic melded together, forming a barrier of pure light that repelled the force's assaults with ease. Together, they fought as one, their movements fluid and precise as they countered each of the force's attacks with unwavering determination. With each strike, Isidora could feel Evangeline's spirit guiding her, her presence, a steadfast companion at her side. And for a moment, everything was still, the air filled with the crackle of magic and the echoes of their battle. As the echoes of their victory faded into the stillness of the cabin, Isidora and Evangeline recognized that their ordeal was far from over. Though they had managed to repel the malevolent force, they sensed its lingering presence, a specter of darkness awaiting its moment to strike once more. "We must act swiftly," Evangeline intoned, her voice heavy with fatigue. "Though we have contained the force for now, it will not remain so indefinitely. We must find a means to annihilate it once and for all before it regains its strength." With a solemn nod, Isidora acknowledged the urgency of their task. Together, they set about, weaving a potent spell, one that would seal the force away permanently, confining it within the confines of the cabin and preventing it from unleashing havoc upon the world. As they chanted the ancient incantations, their voices melded together in a harmonious chorus, each syllable suffused with the power of their combined magic. With each word, they poured their energy into the spell, their focus unwavering as they labored to ensnare the force within unbreakable bonds of magic. Yet the force resisted with unparalleled tenacity as they neared the culmination of the spell. It surged forward with renewed vigor, It's dark, tendrils writhing in a final, desperate bid for freedom. Undeterred, Isidora and Evangeline redoubled their efforts, their magic intertwining like tendrils of light as they repelled the encroaching darkness. And then, with a blinding flash of light, the spell was cast. A barrier of pure magic coalescing around the force, ensnaring it within the confines of the cabin. The air crackled with energy as the spell took hold, the malevolence contained within its arcane confines. Yet even as they breathed, a collective sigh of relief, Isidora and Evangeline knew that their victory had come at a cost. Though the force had been weakened, its essence remained intact, a malignant presence lurking just beyond the edge of their perception. But with the strength of their bond and the power of their magic, she was confident that they would emerge triumphant. They knew that they would face whatever trials lay ahead, united in their purpose, and resolute in their determination to rid the world of the darkness that threatened to consume it.